Mandy and welcome back for another video. Today's video I think is really important for all the young people, not just the young people. To be honest, any age and anything that you're doing, whether you're getting a certificate for something or you're in a program for something, any kind of testing. This one is specific to like a driving test, specifically the G test. But just with anything, when you're like doing something and you're being tested on it, doesn't matter what it is, make sure that you always know, like make sure you're educated so that you know that you're in the right or you're doing the right thing. Because there are so many people out there that just want you to fail or can bend the rules or break the rules and make up their own and try to fail you or like get away with something that is illegal or just not okay. And if you can educate yourself and you know the rules and you know the laws, you can like fight them. You can like fight it. They can't get away with it. I used to be one of those people that would just trust what anyone would say, and like I was able to be convinced that I was in the wrong or doing something wrong. But if you educate yourself, then you're good. You're good. There's nothing to worry about. And don't let anybody like try to get away with something that is wrong. You have to fight. You have to be confident in your knowledge. You have to be confident in that you know what you're doing and you're doing it right. This is because I have my own little story that I want to tell you. It's a story time of when, how many years ago? 2.5 years ago? 3 years ago? I went for my G driving test. So like just to give a backstory, when I went to get my G1, I took the test 3 times because I failed twice and I passed the 3rd time. That's because I didn't really study. I was in school, I didn't really have time, I didn't really prioritize it. I kind of just thought that I would wing it. Ergo, I failed 2 times, passed the 3rd time. My G2 test. I am a kinesthetic learner. I am not good at writing tests. I'm good at doing things physically. So I passed with flying colors my G2 test right away, first try. My G test. So I have been driving for a while now and I wanted to get my G test like done and over with so I didn't leave it like all the way to the last minute kind of thing. But I had been driving for a while and I actually did do a lot of practicing before I went for my G test, just like little things that they're gonna ask you to do, like parallel parking, stuff like that. So I did all of that, and so anyways, I went and there was this guy, this old French man that, you know, came up and he had like a bad attitude, like right off the bat, super rude, super like hates his job, hates his life. I don't know what his problem was, but I don't know if he was sexist, because it kind of seemed like it with the little comments that he would like say to me, which wasn't nice at all, like just little things. But yeah, right away he was kind of looking my car up and down, and like, I know that they're supposed to check your car out, but he just had like this like snarky look on his face. Anyways, he gave me bad vibes right away. So got in the car, I'm trying to be really nice. Hey, how's it going? How are you? Like, thank you for giving me your time today. Like, you know, like I want to like set off like a good like relationship with him, and he's just like not having it. So we set off, we start driving, you know, everything's good. He's kind of rude, whatever, I'm doing my thing. So I'm gonna try to explain this the best way that I can. So when you're at an intersection and you are wanting to make a left in like towards the intersection, and like if there isn't an advanced green, you have to like sit there and wait until the other cars are passing by. I'll try to like post a picture of what I'm talking about here. But yeah, so I'm that car that's waiting in the center of the intersection, trying to make a left and waiting for all the cars to pass by for me to feel safe to make that turn. And I went with my friend Heather, like she went with me to the test, and she said, you know, like Mandy, like my sister failed making like a too risky of a left turn. So like make sure you wait until all the cars are gone to do it, because they'll take any reason to fail you, kind of thing. So I sat there and I was waiting for the cars to pass, and there was a little tiny gap between like the cars leaving and another car coming, and the car was coming relatively fast. If he wasn't in the car, I probably would have made the left, maybe, but I didn't want to take any risks. I kind of wanted to take my time, you know, do everything right, not give him any kind of excuse to fail me. So I was waiting for that car to come by, and out of nowhere, he starts screaming at me. He's like,
"What are you doing?"
And I'm like, "I'm waiting for the car to pass." And he's like,
"No, you're impeding traffic right now."
And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable or safe to go yet, and I want to kind of take my time and like feel ready and feel safe to make that left. There's a car coming. And then the car behind me started honking and then went around me and made the left. And what he did was illegal. And the guy turns to me and he's like,
"Look what you just made that guy do. You made that guy do that, and it's illegal, and you made him do it."
And I'm like, I was like, hold up. I didn't make anybody do anything. He made that decision himself because he's impatient, and what he did was illegal. And for you to blame me, like to blame that on me, somebody doing something illegal, is so wrong. Like that is so not okay. So anyways, I made the left, and I could see him like writing and like shaking his head, and I literally pulled over and I'm like, "You better not fail me for that, because what you just did was completely unprofessional, and I don't appreciate that, and I didn't do anything wrong." And we were arguing about it, but I was like owning him with my knowledge. Listen, I feel bad, because if it was any other young, you know, naive, insecure girl who was doing that, she would have like listened to him and like thought that she had done something wrong and felt really bad about herself and would have failed, which that's not okay. Like he shouldn't have failed anybody for that. And we were arguing about it, and I'm like, "Listen, if you fail me for that, I will literally walk into the building right after this and report you, because that is so unprofessional and it's also illegal, and I don't appreciate it." And he was like,
"Whatever, okay, just keep driving."
So I kept driving, and I was so annoyed at this point, and like we were annoyed with each other, and I just wanted it to end already. And when we went back to the place and I parked and I turned to him, he was like,
"Well, you passed, but like you're lucky that I didn't fail you today. Like you should really think about taking the bus. Like, do you ever like drive with your boyfriend or your friends? Like, what did they say about your driving, blah, blah, blah."
And it's like, the man wanted me to make a risky turn on my test. Like, I'm being the safe, cautious driver, and he's telling me like, "What do your friends think of your driving?" And like, I'm like, that's something that you would say to somebody who's rushing and driving fast and speeding and like taking risks, and like, no, I wasn't. And he was like making me feel bad about myself, and he was like getting personal, like asking me about my boyfriend and my friends and what they think of my driving, and saying that I should really like consider taking the bus from now on. And he was like bullying me. You know what? I really think I should have reported him. Why didn't I report him? Like, I should have reported him. You know, like I was in a really bad mood, but I was happy I passed, but I was also like really proud of myself, because I know that if I didn't fight him on that, he would have failed me, and I would have had to take in the test all over again. I would have had to pay for it all over again. I would have had to put myself through the stress all over again. But no, I knew my rights, I knew the laws, and I owned him on it. Like I was so proud of myself, but at the same time, I was like, you know, I can't even imagine how many people that he's like made to feel bad about themselves and have failed for like invalid reasons. And it upset me a lot. And I went and I talked to Heather about it, and she was like, "Are you kidding?" Like, I was like in the lineup to get my G certificate, my G license, and you know, the line was so long, and like there's only one place in the city that I'm in to do it, and like it's always so packed and so crowded, and you're usually there for hours, and I just didn't want to take up anyone's time or be there any longer than I needed to be, and the whole thing was just so stressful, and I just wanted to leave and celebrate the fact that I got my G. But you know what, if I could do it over, I definitely would have reported him, because, you know, like I don't even remember his name or anything, but like it would have been the right thing for me to do to report it, because there's probably so many other people out there that he's bullied and failed for invalid reasons, and it sucks. Basically, the moral of the story, you guys, is know the truth, know the laws, know your rights. Don't let anybody tell you anything that is unprofessional or invalid or just illegal in any way. Like, make sure you know. Just because somebody's a professor or somebody is, you know, in the workforce or like a teacher or anything like that, don't just assume that they're right and you're wrong just because they're saying that. If you know and you're educated and you've done this research and you've studied hard and you know that you're right, don't let them walk all over you. Fight that. Don't let it happen. Don't let people fail you invalidly. It happens all the time. They have a quota to meet. Like, I don't know. I will never be that girl, that insecure, quiet, naive girl who just let people walk all over me like I did when I was a kid. It's not gonna happen. Like, I think that also comes with maturity, and it comes with age and like experience. But yeah, that's the moral of the story. It's summertime, so I know a lot of you guys are going to get your license, you want to drive. So just, yeah, educate yourselves, do your research, do your studying, and good luck. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please click that thumbs up button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification bell because I do make videos every single week. And I love you guys so much. Have a good day.